Well, it's a long, long time since we've had an Irishman in a final. It's back almost 40 years ago since we had one in the final of the European Championships. And here in red, the man in red is the Irishman, and by now you know who he is. He's Paul Griffin from the Drimnagh Boxing Club. Strange to see him dressed in red against, of all things, a boxer from the USSR. Soviet boxer Fahat Gatin, a very strong featherweight and a hard-punching one. But Griffin full of confidence that he'll outscore him. And indeed, we're going to see in this, for the first time ever, I think, on Irish television, the computer scoring in action. And there we see it. In the red corner for Ireland is Paul Griffin, and already he's scoring 2-0 to the Russian. So the Irishman in front already by 3 points to 0 for the Russian. And there again, good scoring points. And this is quite an exercise to see the way boxing is scored here. It's the first time I've seen it where they show in public exactly the progress and the way the judges are scoring. The judges, 5 judges in all, and they're sitting with their fingers on the button of a computer, and they press after each exchange. As you can see there, the Irishman is in the lead, building up a very good lead in these European finals. 5-2 in this opening round, halfway through the first round. And certainly Paul Griffin from the Drimnagh Boxing Club is, he boxes like an experienced amateur who seems to know every trick of the game. He's only 19, but he's had a lot of experience. He's boxing since he was about 10 years of age. In competition since he was, 12 or 13. And all told, he's won 9 Irish titles, including his most recent one, which is the Irish senior title. And he just barely made the team, because there was a fair amount of controversy as to whether they should send him or Roy Nash, the more experienced boxer whom he beat in the final, and beat narrowly in the final of the Irish Championships. But they certainly seem to have made the right decision, because Paul Griffin is here now in the final. We've been trying a long, long time to win a gold medal in the European Championships. It's not since Maxie McCullough won one way back in 1949. That's a long time ago. That's long before Paul Griffin was born. That's the last time we won a gold medal. It looks as if we're on the way here, because certainly Griffin is coasting along this opening round. The big danger here all the time is that the Russian can catch him with a sucker punch with a big right hand, because he is a hard hitter. He's won a lot of his bouts inside the distance. There's the end of the first round, and 10-4 in favor of the Irishman Griffin. Griffin should feel really happy the way this contest is going. He's coasting along. He's in remarkable condition. There's the president of the Irish Amateur Boxing Association. He should feel really happy, Felix Jones. And so to the second round. Second round, final of the European Championships. And in red, remember, is the Irishman, and in blue is the Soviet boxer, Gatin from the Soviet Union. Slow-moving featherweight, Gatin, relying a lot on the big punch, on the big right hand. Griffin has been able to move inside it and score repeatedly with good counterpunches. Well, Griffin has come a long way in the last 12 months or so. Had his first international little more than 12 months ago in London. Won against England. He also won against Czechoslovakia. He failed to win the Irish senior title last year. He was beaten by Roy Nash, but this time he got his revenge and beat Nash. So he's come an awful long way, right into top world-class boxing now for Paul Griffin, against a very strong and hard-hitting Russian here, or USSR boxer. And there we see what the computer judging has to say. And Griffin is certainly piling up the points here. You see, he's scored 12 points to the Soviet Union boxers' 6. the main danger here is that Gatin could get in with a big one. Halfway through the second round. And on the scoring, it seems to be slipping away from the Soviet Union boxer. And Griffin certainly looks as if he's on the way now to becoming the European champion. There's the danger, that big right hand from Gatin. And certainly Griffin will want to hold his composure, keep his boxing tidy. He's in remarkably good condition. He's trained hard. He's been training hard for the Irish Championships, then went away on a training course with a Cuban coach. He's certainly fit. And at 19 years of age, this is quite a performance for young Paul Griffin. Cleaner puncher throughout this contest. The Irish boxing officials disappointed that Wayne McCullough was unable to make the trip for this championships due to illness, but certainly this fellow Paul Griffin is making up for it. And there's a great exhibition of boxing in that second round, tiring somewhat, but I think he'll still be able to hold his boxing together with one more round to go. And there's the man, one of them at the computer there, fingers poised, ready to press the buttons as we go up for the third and final round of this European final for the gold medal. The referee sending him back to his corner there, too much water on his face. They prepare him for the last round, and off he goes. He's in front now by 17 points to 9. Red for Ireland. And certainly Paul Griffin, it's within his grasp now, there's no doubt about that. Tidier boxing from the Soviet boxer, the referee says. Griffin starting the round well again. Caught on the ropes. Just changed the whole pattern of boxing, this new method of scoring. Clean punches. And the power punch has been taken away from amateur boxing now. It's protective gear, the new style gloves. It's all to do with scoring accurately with that white part, the knuckle part of the glove. And Paul Griffin seems to have mastered it more than most. Checked for hitting with the inside of the glove. The Soviet boxer making a bit of an effort in this last round. I think he's left it too late. Fahat Gatin from the USSR. And Paul Griffin from the Drimna Boxing Club. There's a cheer of ole ole from the remaining boxers of the Irish team. They've been eliminated earlier in these championships. They've done well, but the star of the Irish team this time, 7 boxers from Ireland competing in these European championships. And the star, of course, here he is, Paul Griffin, on his way to win a gold medal. First time an Irishman has won one in 42 years. We go back to Maxie McCullough back in Oslo. Indeed, McCullough, and now Griffin. When Griffin receives confirmation of being the champion, they'll be the only 2 Irish boxers ever to win the gold medal outside Ireland. 1, 2, 3, good punches again. Griffin really picking him off well. He's boxed with the same cool style throughout. Beating a Portuguese, then an Italian, then an Englishman who was indeed world junior champion. And now the pride of the Soviet Union, Fahat Gatin, He came here as one of the favourites to win the gold, but it looks as if he'll have to content himself with silver, as the new star and new hero of Irish amateur boxing, Paul Griffin, still picks him off well in this, the final round. Gatin trying for the big punch in this last round, but now running out of time and running out of power. And Griffin still keeping the same task of picking him off with good, accurate punches. And there's a good display of amateur boxing at its best by Paul Griffin. And he just awaits confirmation now, what we saw from the computer, that Griffin should be the winner, but we have to await the official confirmation and declaration of the European champion at featherweight. And there he is, Paul Griffin from the Drimna Club, only 19. And there we see some of the exchanges in that last round. And there's the supporters, the other boxers. Yes, the new European champion, Paul Griffin from Dublin.